Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and people at home. It really is a great pleasure for me to have the opportunity to teach you today various aspects on how to make it musical. I intend to show and explain various different ideas how we can create actions through the basic grounding and technique, and therefore develop body actions and movements and show musicality. I think once we've learned how to use the technique to develop our shapes and our movement, then we can start to encourage more bodily usage, more body timing. I think certain people think of timing as just the feet, where really in the swing dances in particular, we're thinking of timing the body and letting the feet really, once they're technically adapt, take care of themselves. So we're going to talk basically about the waltz today, and I'd like to invite a few people onto the floor to go through a couple of ideas that I've got to explain the priorities in producing the perfect magical look, and also then through the technique producing wonderful musicality. The music in ballroom dancing is so wonderful, and I think sometimes we just ignore it. We know the steps, we move to the music, but we don't feel the music. I think we're a little better off than the Latin counterparts because we have bodily contact, maybe, hopefully, 100% of the time. So therefore we can use our bodies as a man to develop the lady's posture and develop our own posture through that technique. So we're going to continue through first showing how using the correct character of each dance can provide musicality. For example, in the waltz we have rise and fall. How do we create the rise? How do we create the lowering? And when we're doing that, how do we fill our bodies with music, and how do we transfer as a man the body weight through to the girl? In the slow foxtrot, we skim across the floor, still really feeling that the character of that action is still coming out in the music. We want to fulfill every beat, every millionth of a beat of every bar. In the tango, we have the strong leg and foot action to create the characterization of the passion, the power, and the stillness of the tango. In quick-step, I think the quick-step character is slightly being lost at the moment because of the speed of the dance. I think people think the music is fast, the actions are fast, and we end up on the wrong foot. We're chasing the music, therefore, and then we have a hurried look, a look which maybe is difficult. I think in quick-step it's important to have a look of ease. The Viennese waltz, of course, speaks for itself with the character of the rotations, but therefore the musicality in the foot changes, the musicality of the body actions, and when to turn is very important. So we'll start with a look at some waltz, and if I could invite various people up onto the floor. Thank you. Now, the first thing we need to talk about, ladies and gentlemen, is balance, because if we don't have the correct balance between ourselves and our partners, we can't produce musicality. And of course, there's only a certain amount of magic you can produce by yourself, isn't that so? If you have a beautiful woman in front of you, you want to produce the shape and the magic through your action and your musicality. So balance, first of all. It's definitely possible not to be vertical. We can stand like this, we can stand like that, we can break dance like Marat was doing. But what I would like to make very, very strong point about here is that we need to be over our feet. So the first thing, we can all just stand like that. Make a bit of space between you all. Put your feet together. One thing to remember in ballroom dancing is we never straighten our legs. We have our legs softening at all times. I think that's possibly more easy for the ladies because of being in higher heels. But the men, don't stand to attention. This is about being flexible. We want to portray our body movement to produce shape in the lady. If you have stiff legs, the only connection you get is in the chest. Then the arms are too fixed and too set. So just soften your legs. Put your knees together, nice and smartly with the feet together. Good. Now just let your arms just relax in front of you. And just take your arms out to the side. Be careful you don't punch anybody, unless you really don't like them, and then hit them hard. So just drop your arms again. Make sure when you drop them that your arms hang in front of your body, not by your sides. Don't fly away from me, will you? Now, just put your arms now into a position for the men and a position for the ladies that you feel is comfortable and perfect. Not bad. You all look a little bit like tailor's dummies though, don't you? But if you stand by yourself, relax for a second, you will do that. We want to produce the perfect connections to your partner. We want to produce the perfect balance. This, ladies and gentlemen, is really important. If we forget to have balance, singly, both the man and the lady, it's very difficult to maintain balance together. So, do me a favour now and face your partners. Now, as we all know, in ballroom dancing, we're going to be dancing some steps outside partner. So therefore, if we stand nose to nose and toes to toes, it's going to be very impossible unless you break dance. And we can't break dance in ballroom, can we? Can we? No. Oh, no. So, don't put your arms in position. Just walk together and make sure you have your right front, gentlemen and ladies, touching your partners. Your right front. Just feel that right front. So if you think you have your own windows, gentlemen and ladies, you have your own windows in front of you. You shouldn't be looking at your beautiful wife, somebody else's wife or partner. You can look at them out the corner of your eye if you like. Now, make sure you're in that vertical position. Feel the verticality through your body. Soften your knees. Soften your knees. Now, ladies, I would like you to place your knees towards your man. In other words, I don't mean leaning backwards, I just mean in the direction diagonally to the right towards your partner. Can you feel that, ladies? I don't want you to turn, I just want your knees facing or pointing towards your man. So if you put your hands on the back of your legs, ladies, that should now feel as though they're directed towards the man. Can you feel that? Put your knees together. Get those knees together. Good. Now, once you're in that position, now take up your normal ballroom hold. Let's have a look and see what happens. Does anybody feel different, or do you all feel like you should feel the same? Anybody feel different? Do you feel more space? Now, gentlemen, look inside your left hand. That is your window. Don't start looking towards the lady. Lady, over your left arm, over your left wrist, you should be looking, if you're wearing a watch, over your left wrist. Good. Now, just relax for a second. If you take hold of the man's hand, ladies, I think the biggest question that's asked to me in a lesson is, how firm should this grip be? And I always say, imagine you're holding a little bird. And that little bird, if you hold it too tight, it's the end of the day for him, isn't it? Shame. It's waking them up. If you hold it too softly, it's going to fly away. So be positive in the left hand hold. Make it look as neat as you can. Neat feet and neat fingers are the making of a champion. You can't be magical, you can't be musical if your feet and your hands are not positive and neat. Okay, style is very important. Now, take your left hand hold with your right front to your right front. Forget your right hand, gentlemen, for the time being. Left hand up, put your right hand behind your back, gentlemen. Put your feet together, let's make the feet nice and neat. Good. Still look through the window. Good. Now, are there any birdies flying away? I can't hear them. Is that stronger, ladies? Do you feel a bit more positive with your left hand? Sorry, with your right hand. Do you feel more positive, ladies, with your right hand? You feel it? Yes, good. Thank you. Thank you very much, Mary. Now, gentlemen, I want you to have a look now at your right cuff. See your right cuff? Nobody's wearing short sleeves, are they? No, good. Put that right cuff on your lady's waist, on your partner's waist. Ladies, extend your left arm to the side. Now bring that right hand, gentlemen, up your lady's body, be careful, underneath of the lady's left elbow. I should say shoulder, not the elbow, shoulder, okay? Get a connection, and now slowly, ladies, just bring your left arm and place it in, and place it on top of the man's right arm. Good. Now, I want the right hand on the lady's shoulder blade, gentlemen, very relaxed, so you're going to now receive the man's body direction when he puts a little bit more action and weight towards you. So from here now, gentlemen, just rotate your knees towards your lady. Rotate your knees towards the lady. Good. When you're trying this at home or in the dance studio, be very careful that you don't twist. Both your arms should go forwards in direction. Don't turn. We're only trying to produce a slight feeling of body rotation towards the lady. And don't forget, ladies, keep your knees towards the man. Now, this should create a bigger shape in your hold. Do you feel a little bit bigger, everybody? Okay, relax, otherwise you're going to get rigor mortis. It's very important that we create this style and position so that we're free now to dance as good as we can, using action, reaction, and then incorporating musicality. Now what I'd like to do is put a bit of music on and let you have a dance around the floor to some waltz music and try and feel the balance in your own bodies, the connection, the verticality of your body, no leaning back. Ladies, I haven't mentioned this, have I? I don't want you to lean back. There's no bacon here. We don't want any lean back pieces of bacon. We want you to feel as though you're balanced over your own feet, but very important, direct the back of your legs towards your partner. Let's spread out a little bit. So let's have some of you down here. Come on, all the way down. Use the whole floor. I'm not going to stand in the middle. Can we have some music, please? I'll count you in. After 3. Take your positions. Feel the connections in your arms. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Anything you like. Just swing through. Okay, thank you. Good. Any injuries? Back to the old position, please. Let's get you back here. What I'd like to do now is talk about the characterization of this dance, the waltz. Who can give me 3 actions for the waltz? Swing is 1. Rise and fall, we'll say, yes, is 2. And somebody said rotation. Those are the 3 most important actions. Remember, we're not talking about reactions here. We're talking about actions, okay? Musicality is a reaction. That's why I stressed earlier on that it's very, very important to gain the correct technical action so that we can react with a body action and then feel the music and look beautifully musical. Now, how do we create rotation? How would you feel, how would you explain to me that rotation starts, or where does it start from? From the feet. Don't get hot under the collar, but you're right. From the feet. The feet. Now, people that are sitting at home in studios or people that are sitting here, put your feet together. You don't have to stand up. Put your feet together. Feel that you turn your feet inside your shoes. Just feel you turn your feet inside your shoes. There's a few creaks, but isn't that easy? Can't you feel your body now rotating? Somebody get the oil out. Good. You can feel that you're starting to rotate. The major problem goes in today's dancing when people start to rotate from the upper body. Then everything else stops down here. The action becomes nothing. All we have is a reaction. We've got no action from the base. So I can't stress strongly enough that the rotation in waltz is, if not the most important, one of the most important actions. Now, rise and fall. How do we rise, generally? How do we rise? From your ankles. It's you again, isn't it? Anybody else over here? How do we rise? Ankles. What do you do with the ankles? What do I do? He said that. What do I do? What do I do with my ankles? I lift them. I'm not rising. I'm looking like I'm like a Latin dancer again. Look at that. What happened to the hip action? Don't ask. Any more? Push. Who? Push on the ball. Very good. We push, maybe is a bit of a strong word. We increase the pressure to the floor, which enables us to rise. Let's try that. Press down into the floor, and the reaction is we rise. Now put your feet together. Soften your knees. Don't straighten your knees. Press into the floor. Use the action of that pushing of the weight against the floor to create the reaction of rise. Right? So we're rising through pressing down into the floor. What about lowering? Where are we going to lower from? From height. Very good. I'll tell you. You've been practicing, haven't you? Much better than what you do in Latin, I must say. We lower from above. We lower, let's say, from the shoulders. And we receive the lowering action in the ankles. When it goes wrong, especially in the waltz, is when we lower from the hips. We don't want to lower from the hips. Otherwise, we look like we're sitting down. So we lower through the shoulder weight down into the floor, and we rise by pressing against the floor. Now this is very evident when we dance a natural turn in waltz. To close our feet, we press against the floor. To lower, we lower through the shoulders. We press against the floor, we lower through the shoulders. You see many couples dance a natural turn, they drop to lower, and they pick up the top to rise. Now, where is the musicality in that? There is none, is there? It's finished. So we want to be able to show the complete and controlled lowering through the shoulder weight, the rotation through the standing foot, and then after the swing, which we'll talk about in a minute, the rise and the lowering at the end of the natural turn. Do we have anybody here that can explain to me about swing? What's the best way of explaining swing? What is swing? Pendulum. Okay, yeah, good. I think of taking my little son to the park, sit him in that swing, and I think of my natural turn every time I push him like this. And I forget, and he hits me in the face. But this feeling of pendulum is very good, but it really only is directed towards the leg. Because if we think of a pendulum swing, if we're not careful, we'll end up leaning back, and there is no leaning back. No leaning back. We want to stay vertical. Where do the legs start and where do they end? Oh, look at this. You've been to my lectures before. The legs start at the feet, of course, and the ankles, and go all the way up to underneath the arms. So when I swing, I'm thinking of swinging, of course, from here, but I'm also thinking of swinging my whole body weight through. It's very, very important for the ladies as well. I think sometimes the ladies misunderstand the action of swing because they think of posture. When they think of posture, before they move, they're already in trouble. So we'll deal with that in a little while, but I want to just basically talk about the gentlemen now, how they create the body and the leg action, the leg swing. Now, think about timing as well now. When we dance a natural turn, we think, of course, of a natural turn 1, 2, 3. When do we actually start the body weight moving forward? Who can tell me that? Which beat? 1, 2, or 3? We know that the right foot goes forward on 1, don't we? To the side on 2, close on 3, and lower. But when do we start the body weight moving? 2. Who said 2? God, brilliant. Absolutely fantastic. You count for me. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1. No good, is it? Again. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Can you see the body weight starting already? This is musicality. Excuse me. Before we actually move our legs, there is music in the body. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3. Very important, as Barbara was saying in the Latin lecture, to think about the half beats, to split the beats up, to think when is the body moving. It's not leg and body together. In swing dances, it's body before leg. Think of timing your body, not just timing your feet. Should we try that little bit of dancing again to keep you warm? Do exactly what you were doing before, just swing around the floor. Feel that you're timing your body. Feel that you're increasing the lowering through the shoulder and the pressure to the floor to rise. And feel the swing through the sides of the body. Can we spread about again? Let's get a bit more space. No injuries, please. I'll count you in after 3. Don't forget 2 is the body. 1, 2, 3. Okay. I think you're looking slightly better, you know. I'm not going to give it all away in one lesson, but you're looking slightly better. Any sort of strange feelings? Any questions about the arm position? Do you feel quite happy about the arm positionings that I told you? I was very quick in the connection points. Are you all clear about that? I'd like to deal a little bit with the ladies' movement in a backward action because, as we know, it's not particularly natural for anybody to move or walk backwards, let alone dance. Now, what we like to see in dancing is, of course, a beautiful shape from the ladies. And ladies generally have got a beautiful shape before they move. But we need to see that beautiful musicality through action, through movement as well. I like to teach the girls to feel that their moving leg goes with their poise. So in other words, if I move back on my left foot, my head shape, I'm not a very good girl, but I'll try my best. My head shape is with my moving foot. My balance is with my standing foot. When it goes wrong, most of the girls I see today take the poise and the balance with the moving foot, so they're in trouble. So the balance must stay with the standing foot. On a natural turn, that will be the right foot, but the poise can go with the moving foot. Another problem, sometimes the ladies feel, I mustn't lean back, I've been told not to lean back, so they keep the poise and the balance on the standing foot. Then it gets too small. Then the partners and the men say, you're not moving enough, you're stopping me. They move too far back, you're too heavy. Oh, what are we going to do? We can't live without you, ladies. We can't live with you. What do we do? Ladies, I'd like you to try this with you, by yourself actually. Would you like to come over here? Just ladies, just come a little bit further forward. I'd like you to stand and face this corner. I'd like you to stand on your right foot. I'd like you to just stroke the floor with your left toe. Stroke the floor. At the same time, rotate on your right leg to the right. So you feel the rotation. Let your left hand go forward. Reach forward. Have a look at me for a second, ladies. Look, you see the shape? Stretch your left side forward this way. Now that brushing or stroking of your left foot on the floor is almost like feeling stroking a cat or a dog. Anybody got cats or dogs here? Yeah. Not you, you're the fellas. So stroke the floor with your foot. Stroke the floor. That's it. Now as you're doing this, keep your weight forward. So your weight is on your right foot. Now put your arms into position and put your head towards your left foot. That's good. That's better. Now what you must do when you're doing this is make sure that you create contra-body movement to allow the man to walk forward. So put your left shoulder forward this way towards your right knee. Put your left shoulder forward towards your right knee. That's good. That's good. Now gentlemen, don't they look fantastic? Do they? Do they? Say, speak? Yes. Okay, go back to your partners, ladies. Now gentlemen, to create the correct look of a swing, it's important that we create a big shape. Now we don't create a big shape by leaning away from the girl. We create the big shape using one of the actions I spoke about, rotation. We rotate the legs, rotate the feet and the legs, and the body will follow that rotation. Very important if I dance it facing camera, you can see the action that my knees are moving over towards the right side here. My head weight is staying on the outside of the circle. When most gentlemen go wrong, they take the head weight into the inside of the circle, which makes the step small. This way, so my legs turn to the right, my head stays on the outside, and I can swing through the action. If I come on the inside of the turn, through here, my head weight comes inside. It feels very comfortable, but it doesn't look big enough. It's not voluminous or dynamic enough. Now, I'd like you to dance one more time. Whatever you want to do, feel, ladies, as you move backwards that you take your poise with your moving foot. Nicely, don't sort of drop onto that foot. Keep your balance to your standing foot. And gentlemen, try as you dance your natural turns to feel the rotation in the legs and let your head weight stay on the outside. Let's have another go with the music, please. I'll count you in. Don't forget the body action on 2. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 1. Okay, good. Actually, I don't know whether the people watching notice any difference there, but I think, back to the... They actually sounded quieter. Did you hear that? They actually sounded quieter. That's strange, isn't it? Sometimes you see technique, using the correct technique and using the rotation and swing, this can help to make things sound so quiet and so light. Ballroom dancing is about looking easy and being quiet. We don't want everybody to sort of be shocked on every step you make. Now I'd like to show you a group, a very simple basic group that I've put together, and I want to go through each step and show the qualities of how we can use the feet and the ankles to create musicality through the body, how we can use our balance and posture. I want to show this group, and it's, as I say, quite basic, but it shows the swing and the swoop action which is so typical of waltz. I think in today's dancing we see a lot of speed, which in its own context at the right time is good. But we've got to be very careful that we don't lose the character of the dance involved. In this dance, it's the waltz, so we want to show that 1, 2, 3 action. Whether it's 1, 2, 3 and 1 and 2, 3, we still want to show the quality of using of feet and ankles. These things here are the things that produce dancing, the feet and the ankles. Without the feet and the ankles, we have nothing. Now what I think I'll do is I'll split you into two sides of the room. So from Philippe, if you could go on this side, and from here, we're hot under the collar, if you could come over here. And could you come down this side of the room, please? And we'll have you over here and you over here, and we'll back to smash in the middle. We're just going to show this side first. You can look, learn and listen, and we'll go through here. We're going to dance a natural spin turn and turning lock to promenade position. Okay? So gentlemen, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3 and 2, 3 to promenade position. Yes? You ladies don't need me to show you your steps, do you? No. Go on. Let's have a go. All face this corner, or this side of the wall. We're going to dance a natural turn, 1, 3 natural turn, overturn turning lock to promenade position. Are you ready? Don't forget, move the body through on 2. Ready? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Spin turn, overturn turning lock, crash, bang, wallop. Okay, good. Let's go again and let's try and make a bit more space. Don't hurt each other now. You okay? You big bully, David. You big bully. You two all right? If it gives you any more trouble, just stick the elbow in. Right, one more time. Are you watching, everybody? This is what you'll be doing in a second. Don't forget, body weight starting on 2. Time your body, not your feet. Time your body. Connection's good. Big shape. Gentlemen, head on the outside of the turn. Knees to your lady. Lady, left foot moving back. Take your poise with it. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1 and 2, 3. Good. Okay. Did you get all that? Well, we're going to do the next bit. So you move back again. We're going to take it from promenade position. Right? We're going to dance a very simple running weave. 1, 2, 3 and. Notice the timing. 1, 2, 3 and. Tumble turn. 1, 2 and 3. Throw it over sway. 1, 2, 3 and back to promenade position. 4, 5, 6. Got that? Watch again, one more time. One more time, just for the gentlemen. So we're dancing running weave, 1, 2, 3 and. 1, 2 and 3 tumble turn. Throw it over sway, 1, 2, 3. Back to promenade position, 4, 5, 6. Have a go. You all right? You're all right, aren't you? Make sure you get some space. Make sure you get some space. Okay, make sure you got space. Nice and slow, no rush. In fact, we'll take it in three sections here. We'll dance the running weave, 1, 2, 3, and try and stop if you can. Pay attention, guys and girls. Ready? Running weave, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, and stop. Good. Now tumble turn, back on the right foot, gentlemen. Ladies, left foot forward, and 1, 2 and 3. Throw it over sway. 1, 2, 3. Do another bar. 4, 5, 6. Now out to promenade. 1, 2, 3. Well done. Congratulations. Pretty. Oh, you got a clap. They didn't get a clap. Oh dear. Clap yourselves next time. Now, do you think you could do that all the way through? Speak to me. You do it all the way through? Here we go. Running weave. Ready, and 1, 2, 3, and tumble turn. 2 and 3. Throw it over sway. 2, stay there in front of the bar. We'll keep a bit longer. Now promenade. 1, 2, 3. Good. Now, let's go back over here. Would you like to try that, ladies and gentlemen? Running weave, tumble turn, throw it over sway. Can you do it? You've seen them do it. Can you do it better?
Try.
You try. You ready? Promenade, running weave, tumble turn. Ready, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. I confused you because I said 1 bar before. Oh, watch it. Oh. Ready? Don't forget, I want to see your body weight moving on 2. Ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Natural spin turn. Overturn, turning locked. Promenade. Running weave. Running weave. Good. Tumble turn. Throw it over sway. Out to promenade position. Not bad. Are they going to get a clap? All I can say, folks, is beat that. Try it. Running weave, okay? You sure? On 2. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1 and 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 and 1. 2 and 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Right, we're doing all right. If we can have some music, please, we'll have this first section go first. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. All the way through. Good luck. I'll count 1, 2, 3, and then you'll start on the second 1, 2, 3, okay? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Good. Here we go. Tumble turn. Throw it over sway. Easy, easy. Stay there. Out you come to promenade. Okay. Second group, please. After this, go in the second, the other group. Ready? I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, then we'll go, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1. Good. Running wave. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2 and 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You're early, but don't worry. Okay. Good. Good. What about that? Stay there. You're okay. Okay. Now, I want to show everybody, both at home and here, how we can improve that action. Don't stand away from, come on the floor, you're frightened. I want to show you now how we can develop those actions. I mean, we've talked about the natural turn, we've talked about how we can keep on the outside of the turn with the heads for the gentleman and using the standing leg and the moving leg for the lady with the poise. I want now to talk about how we can use our feet and ankles, once we have this balanced posture and position and movement, to show musicality and more musicality. Now, what about Michael and Martina? Can we have you over here? Have you over there? I want you to try and show me, Michael, the best possible natural turn you can do, and overturn, turning lock to promenade position and stop. If you can. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1 and 2. Good. Okay. Well, that wasn't bad. You had a bit of a quick step in the middle of it, but it was okay. Now, I'm glad you did that, actually, because what I want to talk about now is how we can use the standing leg and the timing through the moving leg to create a smooth release of action. Now, Michael, let me do that with you. Don't get any ideas. I don't do this every day. I do really. 1, 2, 3, stop. Now, what we're going to do here, Michael, we're going to rotate and lower through your left leg for 1. Now, this foot that is swinging, this leg that's swinging, will pass the standing leg on and. Now, keep it there. We're now going to release the swing 2 and 3 and. So we're actually taking much more time through the movement and swing over the standing leg. So here we go. And 1, 2, 3, 1 and 2 and 3 and. Good. So we're now filling those 3 beats with half beats, and the swing of the leg is so important. Martina, you'll find you have a perfect partner now. There's no pressure on you here, Michael, whatsoever. We don't need the music. I'll speak. I'll sing. Ready? And 1, 2, 3, 1 and 2. Oh, look at that. You see that? Oh. Perfect. Thanks, Michael. That's great. You see, just by using more action, using music, counting those half beats and allowing the body to react produces a smoother and continuous style. Now, what's Ryan and Amanda? Let's have a look at Ryan and Amanda. Now, let's do something with you now. Can you pick up the spin turn and the turning lock? Sure? Sure? Being a northern lad like me, I'm sure you can do it with no problem. So you're going to dance, start facing from here. You're going to face this way, Ryan. You dance 1, 2, 3, 2, and 2, 3. To promenade position and have a stop, have a holiday. I'm counting you in. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, and 2, 3. Very good. Do it coming back the same way. Whoop. Do it coming back the same way. Don't make them feel too good. Don't clap too loud yet. 2. Aye. Just to check I was watching. That's your routine, that, isn't it? Spin, turn, and turning lock. Ready? And 1, 2, 3, 1, and stop there. Good. Okay. That wasn't bad, actually. I think what we need to talk about here is try again the same way as Michael and Martina, keeping you on your feet longer. Think of half beats. Whenever we dance anything with swing, don't just dance 1, 2, 3 and gone. Think about where the weight is passing over the foot. As I lower through here as a man, 1 is down through my right leg. What I don't want to do is move off my right leg. So many people forget the energy that they've created through the natural turn, through this wide dynamic shape. And they get to here and all of a sudden it goes. Hey presto. I'm actually going to keep that same energy where it is through the shape that I have and dance 1. I'm actually still over my right foot. 1. I'm not moving to my left foot this way, so I'm actually dancing 1. I'm using my right foot, rotating and lowering, not 1. From here, I want to increase the timing 2 and. 1 and, 2 and. Who can tell me what happens on the 2 and count? Something to do with the lady. Something to do with the lady. Who? She brushes her feet. Not because she's been told to brush her feet, because she has to do that because the man is leading it. Now, Amanda, you're going to do me a favour here, aren't you? If I don't lead it, do it anyway. So we dance 1 and 2 and 3. There was a bit of a sort of a look in the middle there, wasn't it? You like my aftershave?
Yeah, lovely.
Good, thank you. 1 and 2, little brush, and 3. 1 and 2, 3. And just to show that I'm not sexist, I'm going to have a go here with Ryan. I can say that, can't I? 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3. That was fantastic. That was brilliant. It was good, that, wasn't it? Now try and do that with Amanda, Ryan. Count those half beats. I'm going to help you. I'm going to push you and prod you and pull you, but you'll do it, I hope. And 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3. Good. Better, wasn't it? Let's try that to music. One more time to music. Good. 1, 2, 3, 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3. Good. Very good. Great. Should we all try that? Should we all try that? Natural turn with the action. Let the knees go through 1 and 2 and 3. Keep the shape here. Don't go left. Don't go to the left foot. Use your right foot. 1 and, 2 and, 3 and. Get the backs of your legs working, gentlemen. Ladies, enjoy it. This is the biggest freedom you've had in your entire life. You're out there, so while you're out there, have a good time. Let's try that. We can all do it from this side, actually. We're just doing the natural turn this way. Natural turn, spin, turn, overturn, turning lock. Let's go with the music, because we're talking musicality. Let's face this way. Natural turn. Out your way. Ready? I'll count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, then you go, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Where have you gone? Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, Use your feet. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3. Very good. I wonder why the two people that I chose look the best. Do it one more time. One more time. Don't forget those half beats. Use your feet and your ankles. I'll count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1 and 2 and 3. This is good. Well done. Very good. Give yourselves a round of applause. It's very good. Now, did you feel there, ladies and gentlemen, that you're using your feet more? You've got more balance now anyway, haven't you? You're warmed up anyway, I think, a little bit more. Now, the most important thing to think about as a man when you move backwards is, of course, don't move backwards. The ladies do it for most of the time, and they're used to it. It's second nature. And they've got bigger heels that keep them forward. That's my excuse anyway. But when you move backwards, the worst thing that the man can do is feel he's got to go backwards and he's off. And then the feet start coming off the floor. I have a name for that, but I can't say it on camera. But it starts with the letter V. Anyway, when you go backwards, you mustn't have rising toes. You must keep your weight forwards, gentlemen. The lady needs you to give her support. After all, although she's taking the man's part and moving forward, she still has to have the correct poise. It's important she doesn't start doing this, tiptoeing through the tulips. So let's have Amanda and Ryan again. You're there, you see, you're in black, so you're going to get sorted out here, aren't you? Take it from promenade position. I want you to dance, Ryan, just wait for a second. I want you to dance your running weave. 1, 2, 3, and use all the strength in those northern feet and ankles to hold you up. Now, Amanda, don't take over, all right? You're only the partner, you know that, don't you? 1, 2, oh, yes, music. 1, 2, stop. Watch my lips. Stop at the end of that. Music again, please. No choice now, I'm going to stop you. Wait for it. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, stay there. Good. Not bad. Relax. Thank you. Now, it's important here that we don't go knitting. All right? It's important that we don't start knitting our feet, because otherwise it looks a bit like quick step and we can start doing all this. But what we have to do is track our legs here. It's difficult for the man to understand that if he's moving backwards, he can't start to turn. He's got to allow the lady to come through forwards. And this happens so often. We see the men either looking where they're going to go next or trying to do something spectacular with the feet. Before you know it, the girl's on the floor. Dangerous. So what I want you to feel, gentlemen, as you come forward here, is feel you dancing on one track, and Amanda, the lady, is dancing on the other track. Your weight is forward. You could close your feet together. Beautiful closing of feet. I'll do that with the boss. For the ladies, it's important here not to get over eccentric with the head movement. So make a spot something out, and keep on that direction with the head shape. Good. Oh, perfect. These fellas are good, aren't they? The ladies, I think, in this step, which is a very popular step, the running weave, tend to start waving their heads about like a palm tree. They want to feel the music, they want to be musical, but in the end, they're doing something here that they're not doing down here. And it looks very, very bitty and very, very manufactured. So when I'm teaching, I would teach the girls until they get the feeling through the legs and the feet to keep the head in one position and turn the body under the head. So if I do this to camera, I'm looking straight ahead, I'm rotating underneath my head to the position that way. I can keep my head in promenade position if I like, so I can stay in promenade position and stay there, but still I'm keeping the CBM feeling through the action. When it goes wrong, the ladies go, I say like windscreen wipers. They start here and they're over here, and over here, and over here. You see it? I bet some of you did that earlier. Oh, you're all hiding now. No windscreen wipers. Now, I'm putting the pressure on you two again. Now, I'm sorry, but just do that however you feel natural, Amanda, but keep looking at that spotlight. Have some music again, please. Wait forward, please, Ryan. Wait for the music. 1, 2, 3. 1. Stay if you can there. Balance. Don't balance, keep moving. But that was good, wasn't it? That was better. That was really good. Have a go. Have a go. Let's everybody have a go. Stay where you are. Everybody have a go. I bet you're getting used to this music, aren't you? I'll be singing this all night. Well, we better come over here a little bit so we don't get lost on the carpet. Make sure you've got space. You can come on this way a little bit. You know what I do? I want you to try and stop. I know it's difficult, but try and stop. 1, 2, 3, and. Try and stop on the 3 and. It's all about balance. We're ready? Ready? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Stay there. Well done. Oh, aye. Some tap dancing going on over there. Let's do it one more time. You can do that there and you can get a bit of taps. No music this time. Let's just talk to you as you're doing it. Feel the action as you're moving along. Gentlemen, make sure you keep your back to your lady. The musicality here is not about the movement, not about the action. It's about your positioning of your back towards your partner. Breathe towards your partner. Keep the arms forward. Ready? Ready, I'll count you in. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, and. Good. Well done. Okay, relax. This is going very well. Very well. Now, if we dance the next step, which is the tumble turn, I think the major problem here is the lack of musicality in shape. Now, funnily enough, I think there's too much shape being shown, so therefore it diminishes the actual musicality of the step. I call this the dropping of the shoulders and the hips, because the shoulders drop and the hips drop, and we feel that we're making shape through the shoulders and tilting. Now, think here of swing and turn. Swing and turn produces shape. We don't try and think of a reaction, which is sway, before we do the action. The action is swing and rotate. The reaction is the shape. So I sometimes teach this with a tray. And I don't know what you want to put on the tray. Beer, champagne, cup of tea, whatever. But that must not spill. I'm keeping that shape and I'm not losing it. So many people would have that much mess on the floor, but that chap off the advert licking the floor, wouldn't he? Awful, wouldn't it? Terrible. So what we need to do from here is make sure and try and feel that the elbows and the arms are actually parallel to the floor. I can create as much shape through my body and music through the knees and the ankles, finishing in the head position as I want. I can make curves, but I never make backward curves. I only make forward curves or sideways curves. I'm never making a backward curve. Remember this when you wake up tomorrow with a bad back. I never make backward curves. I only make forward or sideways curves. Ladies, when you're doing this, the same thing applies to you. You don't want to be shaping through your arms. Shape through the knees. The beginning of the lecture, I spoke to you about trying to keep the knees towards the man. In this step, it's imperative. Keep your knees towards each other. They're great friends, those knees. Don't become enemies. Don't go in opposite directions. Keep your knees moving together. Should we try that? We'll take it from the actual running weave into the tumble turn. So we're in promenade position. We'll do this with music. We're going to dance 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, and 3. And let's see if we can stop there. Try it with the music. Promenade position. Be careful you don't kick anybody. I'll count 1, 2, 3, and then we go. All right? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, and 1. Good. Well, not bad, actually, that. Let's do it again. Good. Got a clap. Good. Michael, can I just borrow you for that tumble turn? Just dance with me, as a good man should.
You're going to ask me this? Is good.
No. From here. Now, what I want to try and show you here as a lady, don't let your head overtake your body. Some of the ladies are getting here and going, the head is first, the body's second. Remember, it's so important to action and activate your body before your head. This is beautiful, isn't it? It should be beautiful, but it's a reaction from the body, not an action. On my head, lad. So from here, we stay there. The body moves, then we turn. Don't we look good together? Ah, I tell you. Martine, I'll do it with you. So we dance through to the tumble turn, and I actually produce here the shape as the man through towards Martina. Funnily enough, my right hip belongs to Martina's head. It does. And can you feel that, Martina?
Yes.
Yes.
Of course.
How do I explain that to Karen? 1, 2, and 3. There, my right hip is producing that shape. The musicality is seen in the lady's head, but it's actually produced from my legs and from my hip. But you didn't know that, did you? Ah! Now try that together. Let's see if you gentlemen can produce that head shape in your partner through that right hip. Let's try and keep the arms parallel with the floor. With the music, please. I'll count 3. 1, 2, 3. Woo! I'll tell you something. The movement was much more, wasn't it? Much more. You all seem to move better. I think that the trick is here, the more you do physically is better, but the less you look physically is also better. Then you seem to do less, but you move more. Before, you did more, but you moved less. And there's method in that madness, isn't there? You are actually doing as much, if not more, but you don't see it because it's coming from the correct place. It's coming through the feet, coming through the ankles. In your mind, you think of moving backwards in the running weave, creating the space and the speed into the tumble turn. But in actual fact, you're detracting away from the movement. So the movement has got to come from the feet and the ankles. Now, musicality of a throwaway oversway. Such a beautiful step, especially in the waltz. We can feel the music with the rotation of the legs, the shoulders, the arms, the hands, and the shape of the matching, the blending of the two legs separating away from each other. The fullness of the swing in and the fullness of the swing out. Let's see if you can do that. I've built you up. I've built it all up. You're going to have to do a good one. Let's all spread out. Let's go straight into the throwaway oversway. Start with your front facing this way, gentlemen. Give yourself loads of space. It's going to be so big, this, so fantastic. You're going to go back on your right foot, gentlemen, forward on your left foot, ladies. Let's give this a 2-bar phrase, okay? And finish in the throwaway oversway on 4, 5, 6. Ready? Ready? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, stop. Anybody getting cramp? And then out you come. 1, 2, 3. Good. Okay. Do that one more time. I want to watch you. One, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. Good. Well done. What do you think? Oh, wow. Now, as I said, a beautiful step as the throwaway oversway should be fully completed. Now, I don't think this type of step has an ending. I think it's always moving, it's always fluid. So, when I'm teaching this, I try to maintain a position as the man to lead the lady into the position using my own head weight. So, in other words, I'm actually dancing my head weight away from my own feet, but I'm keeping my body weight to the lady. Martina, can I borrow you for a second? I'll show you this action if I turn too quickly. So I'll go straight in without any messing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm there still doing nothing and cramp setting in because I'm past 22 now. Here we go. 23 next week. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm continuing the action. Oh, thank you. That was for you. Thank you. I'm making sure that I'm filling the music out with my body and leg action. I'm not stopping. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Whether you can notice now that my foot has rotated to allow my right hip to move forward through to the girl. I think sometimes most people try and keep a soft right ankle, which stops the right hip from moving through. So the music is finished. I want this to continue on forever. And my feeling is my shape ends forward and up, not side and down. Forward and up, ladies and gentlemen, this way, as if I'm throwing something up into the air that way. So I'm not coming into here and making a shape this way. Now for the girls, it's very important that you maintain your promenade position as long as your balance can allow you to. Most of the girls get to here, and before the foot has passed underneath the right hip, they've changed. Now they end up leaning backwards, and it feels as though you're doing everything right, but the shape is so small. So ladies, I'd like you to feel here that you move and stay in this shape, promenade, as long as you can. Your foot passes under your hip, you're still in promenade. Now you go through to your throwaway oversway position. And this position of the top of the legs being closed is so important. The feeling should be that the body again is curved, not really unlike the natural turn with the left foot back for the lady, that feeling of very strong CBM, in this instance CBM P, to make that shape. There's the feeling of rotating underneath the hips, the top of the thighs, and being in this position, not having the shoulders behind the hips. Do you think we could try that? Let's have a go. We'll do it with music, so fill the music out. Take your time, keep the ladies in promenade as long as possible. After 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exit. 1, 2, 3. Good. That deserves a round of applause. That was very good. You see, I think that the main thing here is that we're creating loads of musicality through timing, through speed, yes, but how do we create that speed? It's not by being quick. We can be quick in the legs, quick in the knees, quick in the feet and the ankles, but the body is reacting to what this is doing. I'm not trying to get in and get out. Feel that music. This is a beautiful piece of music. It's very drifty, very full. Try to be full. I think one of the points that was always stressed to me as a competitor, and I think about when I'm teaching, is to make sure that the ending of a line is as good as the entry into the line. And so many people think, right, I've finished the line, I'll get on with the next step now. What needs to happen is we need to finish the fullness of that line out with the same amount of stretch and elasticity in the body to close and come out to promenade position. It's so important to finish something off better, if you like, than when you went into the line. So make the exit look positive. Amanda, can I borrow you for a second, please? Here we go. Here we go. Pressure. So we're in a beautiful throwaway over this way. Now, put your back into my hand. With no weight, that's good. I'm going to collect your shape. And out we come to promenade position. Good girl. It's all right, it's my foot, but don't worry about it. I've got another one. That's good. Can I borrow the two couples again? Can you just come over here for a second? We'll have one there. We'll have one a little bit further down here. I'll count 1, 2, 3 and dance into your throwaway over this way. Ready? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. Good. Okay. Not bad. I think what I could see Michael doing as well as Ryan then, which is very good, was actually using the back half of the thigh as he collected Martine as he come out. That's so important. Once this pops out, the tails pop out, whoops, we've got a problem. Now we've lost in music. So just have a little look again and see how Michael puts this hip underneath, collects Martina, and they come out together. Can you do that one more time, please? Just watch this now. See the action. We'll turn it around, do it the other way in a minute. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. Good boy. You feel that, Martina? She's smiling. Woo! Let's do it the other way around so that you can show it to the camera. We ready? And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Use that leg. Good boy. Well done. Can you see that as well? That's good. Do you want to have one more go at throwaway over sway? Let's have one more go, everybody, at throwaway over sway. With the music, please. Good luck, everybody. Ready? I'll count 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well done. Good. Now, have we seen a difference? I think we have, haven't we? Do you feel better? Do you feel like you've got something to go home and think about now? I think it's very important in a situation like this where you can see couples dancing what I'm trying to teach is really, really good, because you can actually see the reaction through the dancing, through the positioning, and through the movement across the floor. It's very, very musical. Now, I think we should have a go at the whole thing in full, don't you? You think so? You remember what we did? Natural turn, overturn, turning lock, promenade, running weave, tumble turn, throwaway over sway, and exit to promenade. Let's have the two groups. It's too busy to have one group. Let's go back into your two groups again. Right. Be careful. Get right in the corner so you can spread out as far as you can over there. Watch out for each other. I'll count you in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good. Running weave. Tumble turn. Throwaway over sway. Good. Well done. Good. Right, let's have the second group. Thank you. When you're ready, I'll count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and off we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good. Stand 2 and 3. Well done. Nice and easy. Stay in promenade and finish it off. Well done. Well done. Thank you. Good. Okay. That's it. Thank you very much. If you'd all like to go back to your seats, that's very good. So there we are, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully you've been able to see my ideas of musicality, remembering that musicality is impossible unless we have maybe 4 or 5 different ingredients. We need our balance, singularly, the man and the lady. We need our positional balance as well, together. We need our posture. And we need to feel that we have dynamic shape through movement. Remember, musicality starts at the feet and ends at the top of the head and the tip of the fingers. It's about beauty. Dancing to music is such a beautiful thing. I'd like to thank the couples that have been on the floor to help me, also the couples that have been here today. And I would also like to thank, very special thanks to Dance Sports International for giving you and everybody here and myself the opportunity to give you an insight into my ideas of what makes things musical. So thank you very much. Thank you.